Hi everybody! Welcome back to another video. If this is the first time you're joining me here at Hamilton Styling, you've found the place where you can go from fashionably frustrated to stylishly confident. Today we're talking about social media and how it's hurting your style instead of helping. You know that feeling you get when you scroll through your Instagram feed and see all these perfectly styled people, head to toe, accessories, hair, the whole 9 yards, and then you think, why don't I look like that? Well, we're going to talk about that. One main reason for feeling inadequate when you surf through Pinterest or Instagram trying to find outfit inspiration is that there's just too much information. There are trends everywhere and it's really easy to succumb to shiny object syndrome. You know, ooh, new trend, ooh, new trend, ooh, new trend. And before you know it, you have options overload, which is really similar to closet overwhelm in that there are just too many choices. You can't narrow your focus and you don't even know where to begin to narrow your focus. One place is telling you that large florals are in and another is telling you that flat forms are out while skinnies are in. And it can be so confusing and conflicting that you kind of freeze like a deer in headlights and what do I choose? Which trend is in? What if they're all in? What if I'm missing? And then this triggers, FOMO, fear of missing out. This is how you end up with so many different items in your closet and none of them lead to a cohesive style for you. And you're left feeling completely confused and totally overwhelmed and just downright disheartened by the fact that somehow the style gene skipped you and you never learned how to dress yourself like all your friends did. One other reason that social media isn't great for developing your own personal style is that it creates copycats. There is a lot of advice out there that will instruct you to go surf Pinterest for outfits that you like, save those, and find things that, resemble them. And this is a great first step, but inspiration is different than plain copying. What a lot of people do, and I saw this over and over in my retail days, people would come in with a photo that they had found on Pinterest or Instagram, some Instagrammer that they followed, and they really liked the outfit, and they would show us the picture, and do you have anything like this top? Do you have anything like this bottom? Okay, thanks. And then they would leave if we didn't have exactly items that looked like those. So trying to find, say, for example, the patterned skirt and the knotted tee that they're wearing with combat boots, that overall look, and going to the store and finding that exact floral pattern of a skirt, that exact knotted, that tee with that same logo, maybe you even just click the links in their description and buy the exact items that they're wearing, which is fine if you like one or two of those items. But when you buy the whole look, which I talked about in my last video, you box yourself in to wearing those same items in the same way over and over again, which leads you right back to feeling stuck and frustrated because with a whole closet full of clothes, you have nothing to wear. If you haven't seen my last video, it's really good for you to understand why buying the whole look or the style subscription boxes, which was what it was about, is not the thing that you really need when you're trying to find and develop your own personal style and how they're hurting you. So check that out. But back to copycatting. So with copycatting, they go in, they find the exact same items, and there is no interpretation, no room for them to inject their own personality, no room for you to inject your own personality if this is you and a thing that you do. You may have some great outfits, but it's not necessarily a cohesive style. And there will be some elements that gel, yes. Not everything is going to be completely disjointed. But what happens is you find yourself stuck and robbed of your own mental ability and your own capacity to take the clothes that you already own and mix and match to create outfits that really suit what it is you're trying to communicate about yourself, rather than what that Instagrammer decided they really liked and that everyone should know about and ultimately you should want to buy and wear. And now there's nothing wrong, like I said, with buying individual pieces that have been promoted if they resonate with you and your personal style. But if you don't know what your personal style is, you're stuck with all these singular looks, which may or may not be cohesive. So speaking of knowing your style personas, this is the number one way to combat almost every style dilemma. This keeps your focus narrowed, so you're not looking at things that don't fit what you really like and what resonates with you and your personality. It also keeps you informed without the overwhelm. So when you're surfing through Instagram and you see, your favorite Instagram account post a new outfit, you can say, oh, well, I really like her look, but only the skirt is something that I would personally wear. That fits with my style. The rest of this is not for me. So maybe I'll take a look at that skirt. Or you can do, as I mentioned, and interpret it so that it fits your style. For example, with the previous example of a patterned skirt and a graphic tee and the boots, maybe you like the casual feel of the graphic tee and, the skirt, but the skirt is much longer than you would prefer to wear. You would rather wear something shorter, so you get a patterned skirt that's a lot shorter. Or maybe you wear it with a different type of skirt and you just draw inspiration from the pairing of types of items, which is a great thing to do and avoids buying the whole look, as we mentioned, is a bad thing. To find your style personas, as I call them with all my clients, you can go out into the internet, as most people suggest, and there are lots of quizzes. There are some great resources out there. 40plusstyle.com has a really great quiz about what your style type might be and where you would resonate, and some suggestions with where you may even overlap. And there are also lots of other sites that can get you at least somewhat focused, maybe not give you all the answers, but somewhat focused as to where you can at least direct your attention rather than paying attention to everything. There's also your second option of working with me as one of my clients. All of my clients receive a personal style guide, which is basically the best book in the world because it's a manual on how to stylishly dress yourself, including your style persona, your style sub-persona, your body type, or body shape, some call it, your best styles and silhouettes, and some tips and tricks on how to dress them, as well as covering some tips on hair and makeup and a full lookbook after we go shopping and organize your closet. So there's huge amounts of value in this. In addition to that, there's also the Hamilton Styling Style Society, which is a monthly membership. And when you go through the transformation process, you get your first month free, which basically puts me on call for all your style dilemmas. So when you see that Instagrammer and you want to know, how do I translate this look for me, I can help you. And you don't have to wonder. You won't have to go it alone. I'll be there with you every step of the way. So whichever way you go, make sure that you're not succumbing to options overload by paying attention to every single trend, every single social media account and style list, and all the things that you see everywhere you go about what is stylish and what is trendy and what is in. And of course, don't be a copycat. Do your best to interpret the styles in ways that they ring true to your personality. Find things that resonate with who you are and what you're trying to communicate. And don't be that frustrated fashionista anymore. step into stylishly confident you. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, mind your style.